I'm just so, I think I was encouraged, not I think, I was encouraged by your story for many reasons. But one is that, like, I think from the outside looking in, like when we see people just kind of doing their thing, it can feel disheartening, discouraging, perplexing, all the things. And even with our situation, you know what I'm saying? Like, I reached out and all the stuff, but I pulled back, right, out of pain. But it's like the Lord never did. Like
He's so not like us.
He was the one who was primarily offended, but he still stayed. Like the whole time, the Lord was still with you. And so I think that's what I'm grateful for, is that God is not like us. Like when he is offended, when he is denied, when he is not listened to, when he is not honored, when he is not believed, he still loves, he still pursues, he still seeks, he still shows up. And he had a saint who was ready and available to be there with you when the time came for it. And glory be to God, she was the one person you kept around. we thank God, like, yeah, because she didn't have to be. You get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
Like, so, like, that's a grace and a mercy that there was still somebody like listening to it, like had an ear for God to respond to you.
The last couple of days, I've been in prayer about some really serious stuff, and the other night I felt the need to pray this prayer. While I was in prayer, I started to pray just randomly, Lord, don't hide your face from me. Don't hide your face from me. And I was like, why am I praying this? Like, what is this about? And so last night I was like, I'm going to like literally study what this means. And I found a blog of a guy who wrote about it. And he basically described it as like sometimes when we feel like God, basically God hiding his face from us is either judgment or chastisement, right? But like a lot of times when we feel like God is hiding his face from us, we think it's because, because he's mad at us because of something that we've done. But it's really like our sin is what separates from him. And he gave this analogy of sometimes like we like a man who's on a lake on a boat. And he said, if you fall asleep by the shoreline and then you wake up or whatever, and then you realize that you're far away from this shoreline, you can almost think that like what created this distance. And he said, well, sin creates this distance, but the good thing about God is that in his timing, when he loves you, he's the one who draws you near to him. Mm-hmm. And I think I've had those moments in life where I'm like, God, like, what did I do? Like, why am I far away from you? Like, why do I feel so hopeless? And so, like, what created this distance? And even though my sin is what created it, his goodness is the one who kind of pulls me back to this shoreline, because he's consistent. He's stable. Yeah. He's that shoreline. Like, he doesn't move. Yeah. He doesn't move away from us. He's consistent. We move away from him. Mm-hmm, but even in his goodness, he draws us back.